What's going on, guys? Me again, reporting live from Team 3D. Answering the first question. Now, obviously, I get a lot of questions from different ages, from I think teenagers up to like the people in their 20s. So I'm gonna be doing algebra, trigonometry, calculus, all that good stuff. Right now, this is an algebra question, and I'm actually gonna take it a step back because the person really wants to know how to factor trinomials and polynomials and stuff like that. But anyway, there's many ways of doing this. You guys know, just like math, just like bodybuilding, many roads lead to Rome. Many ways of doing it. I'm just gonna show you guys the way that works best for me. I'm not a math teacher. I'm just a tutor. So this is what works for me. First thing I'm gonna do here is see if you can pull a number out. Right? Obviously you can, because 10, 21, and 29 don't have, don't share common factors other than one. So you can't pull a number out. You can't pull x out because 10 doesn't have an x. So first thing you want to, so the next thing you want to do is you want to rewrite it in order. Now you notice how the highest exponent here is 2, x squared and x to the 1 here, which is really just x. You want to switch it around. You guys should know this by now. Whoever asked this question, you should know this by now. So you want to rewrite it as 21 x squared plus 29x minus 10. So if this was a 3, then it would be over here. So that's the next step. Next thing you want to do is, I use the trial and error method. I think it's a lot quicker. A lot of people just like looking at this number and doing it in their head. I'd rather do the method in my head. Well, what gives you 21? What goes into 21x? Well, there's different things. There's 21 and 1. There's 7 and 3, 3 and 7, whatever. I always pick two numbers that are the closest together. So in this case, it won't be 21 and 1 because 21 is a long way from 1. I pick 7 and 3. So 7 and 3. So you want it to be an x squared, so it's going to be 7x times 3x, right? 7x times 3x gives you 21x squared, right? So we're going to the next step. Next thing you want to do is you want to find a number that multiplies to 10, right? Don't worry about the negative sign yet. Just try to find a number that multiplies to 10. You have 10 and 1, and you have 5 and 2. Once again, always pick numbers that are close to each other. It's not going to work all the time, but 99.9% of the time, it should work. So let's pick 5 and 2. 5 and 2 are multiplying to 10 and are close to each other. So we'll try a 5 here and a 2 here. Next thing you want to do is, this is very unorthodox, you want to multiply these two numbers. 5 times 3x gives you 15x. 7x times 2 gives you 14x. Now, can you get a 29x out of these two numbers? Yes, you can. But you want a positive 29x. So what signs would these numbers have to be in order for you to get a 29x down here? This will have to be positive, and this will have to be positive. So let's start with the first number. Once you realize that 15 and 14 gives you 29x, meaning we could pick those numbers, you start with the first one. You're looking for the sign that's gonna go here and that's gonna go here, right? The sign that's gonna go here. Well, what sign of 5 times 3 will give you 15? Obviously, if you put a negative here, you get negative 5 times 3, you get a negative 15. You don't want that, you want a positive 15. So what would this sign have to be? It has to be a plus. Here, you want a 14x. 7x times what sign of 2 will give you a 14x? If it's negative, then it'll give you a negative 14. You don't want that. You want a positive, so it'll be positive. Only problem with this is, even though 5 times 3 gives you 15x, and 7x times 2 gives you 14x, and you get 29x, the problem is you want a negative 10. This doesn't give you a negative 10. 5 times 2 gives you a positive 10. So we can't use these numbers. So we'll try it again. That's why you always do these problems with a pencil that has an eraser. All right, we tried. I think we had a 5 here and a 2 here. Let's flip it around. Let's try 2 times 5. We're using the same numbers, just different locations, right? So let's try it again. 2 times 3 gives you 6. 6x, right? 7x times 5 gives you 35x. Can you see? Yeah, my number's a little messed up because I'm slanted. All right, is there a way to get a 29 from 35 and 6? Well, 35 minus 6 gives you a 29. So yeah, it's possible to get a 29x using this. You have to have a positive 35 and a negative 6. Plus 35 minus 6 gives you 29, so that works, all right? So let's try the first number. How do you get a negative 6x? This sign will have to be a negative number, because if it's a positive, you do 2 times 3, you have a 6x. You want a negative, so negative 2. Next here, you want a positive 35. So it'll be 7x times what? Positive 5. Do these numbers add up to 29? Yes. Uh, when you multiply, where am I? When you multiply negative 2 and 5, do you get negative 10? Yes, so that works. See, guys? So now your answer will be, let me write it at the bottom here. This will be your final result. 7x minus 2 and 3x plus 5. Because those two numbers multiply to 21x squared, and those two numbers give you this. Alright, hope that helps. Subscribe.